All right, and we are back with episode 4 of the Killer Kaiju podcast. It is me, Lucas, and Josh.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, that was hilarious.
Oh God,
I was not prepared for that one.
that's all right. We're not really prepared either
Oh.
because we're doing something a little different than the last couple times. There's no giant lizard in this movie. It's the most peculiar thing because this is called the Godzilla podcast. Yet why are we watching a movie without Godzilla, you ask?
Kaiju.
Well,
Godzilla.
this is the Godzilla series, but this little guy here, Rodan, actually comes and becomes one of Godzilla's best pals and a constant force against and with him throughout the movies, because Toho just like to piggy bank throw him into Godzilla films after this one.
So you could say a life partner.
Yes. No. You're my Anguirus to Godzilla. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what that reference is.
You'll get it. Don't worry. We'll get there.
All right. One day.
All right. So with that said, guys, today we are watching Rodan from 1956. So this is I think the first standalone film after Godzilla. It went Godzilla or Gojira, Godzilla raids again. And now we get Rodan a year later, 1956, before Mothra, I believe. I might be completely wrong. If so, slash me. Community slash me. All right. So with that being said, we're going to start going, folks. As usual, we're doing a watch-along commentary / podcast, so you can just listen to it for information and to just listen to our stupid babbles and journeys through our films, or you can watch along with us and we'll do a countdown for you starting at the 0 mark. We are watching the US version, the English dub of Rodan. It's not the better one, I know, but it's all we got. It's hard to get your hands on. So it's a little short, just coming in a bit over an hour and 10 minutes, I think 12 minutes, something like that. So we'll start the countdown as usual when we start. And we'll watch this along. Obviously, I have seen this one only a few times, but obviously Josh has not seen it. So
0.
Yeah, as usual.
Sorry,
Shots
bud.
fired. Just joking. That's why we're watching them now. Hey,
I've seen a lot of movies, just not these ones.
Yeah, we'll get to the ones you'll be an expert on, and I'll be like, duh, duh, duh. Okay, so we'll get there. Trust. All right. Okay, sorry. So on the count of 3, we're gonna start this film now and just get going and enjoy this flight of a film. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and we are going.
Finally.
Shut up.
Toho.
Yes, obviously this is a Toho production. Pretty much everybody director, production, and special effects wise from the first Godzilla film is coming back for this one. So I think this is the film where raids again happened, and some of them weren't a part of that, but most of them were. And then the AL came back with Ishiro Honda to direct this one here, so it's pretty good.
I like the green in the colorway. It looks really nice.
Yeah, it's a really cool intro here, and having Fukube still doing the music is also a real nice touch.
Now, the only thing that'll make this film perfect is if Eye Patch Man is in it. If he's not, I'm gonna be disappointed.
He is.
Yes,
I believe. Yeah, he plays a was it a paleontologist? He plays a paleontologist in this film.
That's what my girlfriend's gonna be. JK, she'd get mad at me. So if you're listening, shout out.
And then obviously for the special effects, we have Subaraya doing them as well again here.
Retail.
Yes. So right now it's basically the U.S. military talking about doing the bomb test, and they're all prepping and getting ready to test their atomic bomb here. It's pretty, honestly, still pretty close to the bombings, like 10 years after. So it's still pretty touchy to be putting this in a film, but I'm proud of them for making the stand and doing it. But shit happens, man.
Man, bombs are bombs.
Whoa.
It's gonna be a thing no matter what.
And this is all real footage, like this is all stock footage taken from actual bomb tests here in this opening. Wow, it really sets it in.
It'd be crazy to see that in real life. Just be standing there to the side, be like, wow, okay, that's actually what a bomb could do.
Yeah, you'd be dead. It'd be awful.
Well,
Oh, and
hills
then
to
the
buys, I
explosion here, you
guess.
just see the mushroom cloud form up.
I thought that was Earth's pee-pee.
So now they're testing the second bomb here. And they're talking about bombing these battleships, these cluster of battleships. Yep. 2
Yep.
atomic bombs, imagine that. Wow. This is the one. See, this is the footage generally shown here when talking about atomic bombs and drops. This is the main one usually shown.
Battleship.
It's also used
Quite
in the 1998 Godzilla, the American Godzilla. That's used as the opening, and they put a yellow tilt or tint over it like a filter. And they use it for that film as well. Same shot. Same stock footage. So now they're like, look, it bombs are dropped, radiation's happened. Okay, nearby island, check out these volcanoes. You're like, that's already a recipe for a disaster. Like, it's already bad. Already not good. So now we're getting a shot of all these miners who go down and mine in these caves. I'm not gonna lie, I would be absolutely terrified to do mining. I applaud and respect the people who go down and do this. I could not. Could you? I don't know. I couldn't.
I think I could. I definitely think I could. I'm not too bad with small spaces. I just don't like heights. So going
Yeah.
into the earth, not as bad.
Yeah, I just the thought of being like caved in, like, oh my god, that would rattle me to the bone. I'm too much of a critical thinker to do a job that's that dangerous and on edge. I'd drive myself insane.
I think I'd do pretty good. I mean, besides like lead poisoning and basically everything else that happens down
Yeah.
there.
Horrible breathing conditions.
Exactly. There's many things. Like it's not an easy job, that's for dang sure.
And you get to see their carts here. They have like the chain sides. It literally looks like a old school like carnival ride, like roller coaster or something.
That'd be the best part. I just want to sit on that and be like, keep going.
Yeah, just up
Go
and down,
again.
again.
I'll just be the guy that like brings everyone up and down.
Make sure everyone's safe.
Yeah. Safety first, everyone.
I'll see right there. They tell you that lately the floor has been one of the mines has been leaking. Already a bad sign, guys. We got miners going deep near a volcanic irradiated place where it's leaking water.
We got miners mining and water leaking.
This is already a recipe for disaster. You know it's true. And miners are gonna die too.
Excuse me.
Oh, get this tea. That's my cue to have a tea. QT.
2 meters on the shaft, eh? Damn.
Yeah, it's a tough day, I guess. Oh, see now the alarm's sounding. No one's entering. Yeah, I would say so. Get the hell in there before they go in there and get hurt. But they don't have any way to contact them because obviously I'm guessing, I don't know much about mining, but I guess that there's no way to contact them when they're that low through radio or anything, right? Because they're so low.
No, probably
Yeah,
not.
so
Especially with how old it was, right? Like it's
they would
in
have
the
physically
50s,
had
so-
to have gone down
Yep.
to tell them that they're in danger.
You have to go all the way down. You're gonna die, and then be like, all right, turn around.
Now let's go back up. All right, now let's not die.
Exactly. Like now you're the dick that has to turn around and be like, shit.
We're all gonna die. The
Run.
choice is yours.
Now we're all gonna die. I'm joining.
Choose wisely. Oh, see that already there makes me so like nervous. It's like a mine shaft they're walking down, and the water literally cuts half the tunnel off. Like they're gonna be up to their necks in water. Huh.
And Jaws comes out of nowhere. Or like a kraken or something.
You know
That weird octopus one. It's not even the kraken. It's straight up an octopus or like a squid.
Just giant squid.
Photoshopped in. I love it.
It would be
Sounds
excellent.
like my kind of movie.
Oh, a dead body. So they just see this dead body floating. Yeah. Say he's all hacked to pieces. It's pretty brutal, actually. And then they like lift in his dead body, and like it's actually pretty realistic looking.
This is actually one of the first ones that we get to see dead body.
Yeah. This was pretty gruesome. Like I said, it's like a mystery horror, murder mystery horror, and then it turns into like a monster flick, and then it turns into a full blown kaiju film later on.
We barely saw any like actual blood, or like even in when Godzilla was doing full out damage, you still didn't really see any like bodies or anything like you pointed out in the one.
Yeah, as you get later in the Showa series, like in the mid Showa series, and like later on, there's a lot more blood. Like you get blood coming from monsters and people. You get people being like burned to the flesh, skin, and bone from like radiation. You get like at one moment you get boobs. Godzilla franchise kind of goes all over the place.
I like boobs.
Oh, this is sad. This is the wife obviously coming in to see her husband. And now she's a widow, so because he's obviously dead as fuck. He was pretty much like for those who aren't watching, he was like, you could tell he like lost all color, like when someone goes white in the skin, but then he was dirty and like all like covered in muck and mud, and you could see where his skin had been serrated at his neck and his chest, and then it's just been like clogged with mud, kind of like it looks like something definitely has been into him, but it also kind of looks like he was hacked up like by an axe, so that's why they're trying to figure out now who killed him.
Rodan.
I mean, I think Rodan would have done a lot more damage than that.
Nah.
It's funny because Rodan's like pretty popular. I mean, the new Godzilla Legendary films, in the second one, the King of the Monsters movie, it's King Ghidorah, Rodan, and Mothra who make an appearance.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, see, and he's in a lot of Godzilla films, and he's really popular, but he's popular because of the Godzilla films, not this film. That's the funny thing. Like this film is good, honestly. It's really a good film. Like I actually enjoy this film a lot, but the his fame and popularity comes from his appearances in, I'd say he might be the most appeared kaiju in the Godzilla series. I think he's appeared in more films than anybody besides the Big G himself.
I think besides Godzilla, Mothra, and then like Metal Godzilla one,
Mecha Godzilla,
yeah, those are like the only ones I actually know, and I don't even know really. I guess the last one because I fucked that one up.
Yeah,
but I just know of him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's okay, man. I know some people who don't even know who Godzilla is, and that hurts me.
I asked a friend if he knew who Charles Manson was, and he said no. I'm still in awe. I'm sorry. I just assumed.
It's like saying you don't know who Hitler is.
Exactly. At least that's what I was. Well, man, I don't know if it's that much, but nonetheless, like everyone knows who Charles Manson is.
Yeah. So now they're going back into the tunnel to find evidence or figure out what happened to this man with the police officer. So it's 2 miners and 1 police officer they send in for this guy that was serrated to death. Do you think they would have sent maybe a little more backup?
Yeah, and I also like that the cops behind him basically with a flashlight and his gun being like, no, you go first.
And Goro went missing, so now they all think it's Goro, and they think Goro killed him and then went and hid in the mines. So now they're looking for Goro. Goro is their prime suspect for the murder right now. And Goro is the guy from earlier.
Oh,
this guy started screaming as he was dragged underwater. That's not good. You can see they're on a line, so they don't. But that also is bad because they all get pulled under now. Because they're all connected, and he's trying to cut the wire there, so he gets free. But the police officer and the other miner did not have such a fate. Luckily, our one miner here gets away.
I don't think he should have went back in.
I feel like at this moment they should know it's not Goro. But I guess this guy doesn't make it. Just say it's not Goro.
So what is it?
I guess we're gonna have to keep watching to find out.
Oh.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, there's another one, and another one, and
See,
another
there's a lot of dead bodies in this movie. They don't.
I like this one the most so far.
Yeah.
Well, you actually see some damage, so
Yeah.
like it gives more be like, this is what I'm like, okay. Dang.
And it's true, honestly, because like Rodan is probably just the most destructive kaiju, and we'll see in the end, as we watch this film, why. And in the King of the Monsters legendary film, it really puts on display why he's such a destructive kaiju. He may not be the most powerful kaiju, like fighting another kaiju wise, but he's very destructive to where he resides or where he flies over. So, and we'll see in action later on. Oh, now they're all sitting around the table here having a meeting, trying to discuss whether it's still Goro or not and where Goro is. So they're all crying, trying to go to Goro's house.
They're just like attacking this woman.
Yeah, this is Goro's wife, I believe.
They need to calm down.
So they're trying to like freak out and attack her here.
Why do they have so many birds?
Good question. I don't know.
Well, maybe they just like birds. I'm just wondering why everyone's got so many birds. Why not like cats or dogs?
Oh, so now see Goro's come home and she's like, I've heard all these terrible things. Oh wow, it's rough. See, this one has a lot of plot. It's a good film. And it's short and sweet. I like the short, sweet runtime. I would like to see the original Japanese cut. It's 10 minutes longer, so I'd like to see what's the footage they cut.
Well, we can do that one too. We'll just have to try and find it.
Yeah, it'll take me forever. Honestly, it probably won't take me that long, but
we could always try and import it or something.
Yeah, I've seen a couple like options, and I was like, all right, well, I already paid to get this one. It was enough as is. So
future videos or
podcast. Yeah.
It's like The Fly.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell? So they were just sitting there like mourning, and all of a sudden this huge creature comes through Goro's window, and it's like a giant fly beetle cockroach hybrid thing.
Yeah.
I love it. I thought the special effect on it was really good.
Oh no, it looked great.
1956.
I was just not expecting it.
I'd also like to point out that this is in color. This one, I believe the original wasn't, but this US release was restored in color. The original was black and white.
English dubbed.
Yeah,
not bad.
So we're watching English dubbed, obviously, and the American cut as we announced at the beginning of the film, but it ain't bad.
Ain't bad. Not so far pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
So many changes over the last two movies.
So those things we're seeing there, I'm sure we'll get their name in a bit. But the beetle hybrid thing is basically called a meganulon. That's the name of those creatures. They're like these little like flying mantis, kind of described as like a flying beetle mantis type creature. And way in the future of the Godzilla films, they make a reprisal. Actually, they come back around as something different, but we'll get to that when we get to it. And I'm sure I'll have to remember to point that out when we watch that movie.
The creator of it basically took every scary part of a bug and put it into one.
Exactly. Yeah, like I think it looks least effective when it's like far away. Like I think it looks better close up.
Oh yeah,
Honestly,
that
like
thing
I
looked
thought it was.
terrible from far away.
Yeah, I thought it looked better close up, which is usually it's the other way around with a lot of practical effects. But I actually found it looks better closer up. I don't mean to talk shit, but it also could just because it was a bad angle for that shot when they were trying to
Probably a
compare it with
different
size.
suit.
Yeah, you're probably right. Probably was
like that kind of looks a little different.
Whoa, yeah. Yo, it's ripping though. Just dragging the bodies behind it. The thing is ripping. You can kind of see the wheels on the bottom of it for a moment there, but and then the guys at the bottom are just hacked in blood. Yeah, this one's a lot more gorier than I remember it.
I like it. I like it.
Close your eyes, kids.
See, so far, I think there's been like 7 or 8 different deaths, and every time it's just like, get more stretchers.
Get more stretchers. Like that's
more stretchers.
Here's a drinking game for you guys. You watch Rodan. Every time you see someone on a stretcher, you take a shot.
Oh, hammered by
you probably be pleasantly drunk right about now. Honestly,
what time are we at right now?
Because we've seen about 7 or 8.
Yeah, exactly. What time are we at?
Oh, we're like what 20 minutes in.
Okay, so within 20 minutes, I'm already hammered.
Yeah, great film. Great film. And it's perfect because then it's like it gets you through the beginning and then you get pumped up for the ending. Honestly, though, I like the beginning of this film. It's actually sets up a nice plot.
That's a video we got to do where we get really hammered and review a Godzilla movie.
No.
No.
No, not for Lucas.
It's okay. Drinking isn't fun anyways.
It's expensive and it hurts.
And it hurts. Doesn't taste good.
When I drink, I need
when I drink, I need them white girl drinks. Like I need like the most fruit flavored drink of life.
Yeah. I
do not drink, my friend.
So terrible. I haven't been paying attention, but I'm still looking for our paleontologist here. Akihiko Hirata, sorry. He's playing a paleontologist. He's the guy who plays Serizawa in Gojira. And then he was in Raids again as well. And then he's in this movie. He's in quite a bit. I still haven't seen him yet, though. May have just not been paying attention. Just looking for his character. It's hard because in this film they're all wearing helmets and like it's not the best quality film, so their faces are all kind of shadowy in the mind, so you can't really see or to identify them. You just see like their outfits, their helmets, and like their chins. And a lot of the shots, so you can't see a lot of
them. They're just trying.
And no, I like the effect. It's cool. It makes them seem like they're expendable. You know, like they're going in and they're gonna die because they're all going down to the mine right now. So
sacrifices. Now, is the thing in the mine? Okay, I know I'll find out, but like, is it the bug thing?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
There it is. Right as I go to respond, there it is. Yeah, see up close, it looks great. Also, it could have been though because this is in the shadow and the other one was like on the hill in the light. This one's in a confined space in the dark.
No, I still think this looks way better.
Yeah, you're right.
I think when they do shots like this, they didn't use like how the other one had the worm body.
Yeah.
This was a second costume that they designed that they didn't design the back part of it, so there wasn't weight where he moved. And like now see how it has it, because like it didn't look as chunky the first time we saw it, and then
here we go. Here's the classic. So he just pushes the barrel of coal and he gets on it and he's gonna ram the bug.
Green screen.
But he's still on it. Like, why would you be on it? Why wouldn't you have gotten off forever ago? Getting off at that speed would be insane, man. But yet he did at some point there.
He's trying to survive.
Oh, it just smashes into him. I mean, like, good plan. It stalls you enough to get the hell out of there, but then they go back to look at it.
They're so curious.
I mean, they're trying to get through, right?
I would have been out of that mine a long time ago, my friend.
I need to see what's going on.
Yeah, but as soon as something weird happened, I would have bailed.
Oh no. Oh,
It
they're just
makes a
mowing him
weird
down with
noise.
machine gun here. Yeah, it's kind of sounds like a bird tweeting, but then like kind
A
of like a
little bit.
grasshopper noise, like a cricket kind of. They definitely tried to make it insect but bird like at the same time.
It just sounds so
I
weird.
imagine they used the birds because while prepping for the movie Rodan, they probably filmed a lot of bird noises for Rodan to use for his sound effects. So maybe they just had some kind of bird like or actual recordings of birds on file. So they used the ones they already paid for and had stock for the monster.
Just sitting out in your yard recording
Oh,
crickets
see, they
and
had a way out there and then it gets
birds.
closed up from the Rock-a-Lanch. More people trapped now. This movie's claiming a lot of lives. Oh, there we go. It's because he's wearing glasses. That's why, because we've seen him wear an eye patch and then no glasses, and then this one he's wearing glasses. But the gentleman in the blue tuxedo there, I believe, is Harada.
Now I'm waiting for it to go back. I
Yeah,
need to know. Also, I liked that miniature work with the collapsing hills. That was pretty cool.
yeah, that's definitely him, right?
Yeah,
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
I think so.
Yeah, it's just because he's wearing glasses. Man, he's been in a lot of films for Toho. Like he's been in Godzilla, the original, obviously, what we're watching right now, Rodan, The Mysterians, H-Man. He was in Varan. Varan we'll get
Making
to. We'll watch
money.
Varan maybe. It's awful. It's horrendously bad. Mothra, he's in Mothra in 61. Gorath, King Kong versus Godzilla, which we watched. He was in that as well. Atragon, he's in Ghidorah. Still, we have yet to watch Ultraman. Almost 5 more Godzilla films. Wow. He's been in a lot.
Making money.
Yeah. And I know he passed away in 1984. And I have heard I believe it's fact backed up at this point. Oh, see now they see Goro here. This guy falling around, the guy they've been looking for, who they thought was the killer. He's barely escaped with his life. But oh yeah, you can just tell he's been through shit. You can see the marks in his back and everything, and all up
This
his
man has
spine.
seen some stuff and
Yeah.
some things. He wouldn't recommend them.
Damn, eh? Holy shit. Yeah, this movie's a lot. I think when they made this movie, they really wanted to make a destructive film. And I think honestly, maybe it had to do with the fact that they maybe didn't think their monster was tough enough. But then when they did it, they like, holy crap. I think this is some of Subaraya's best effects work.
Well, if they were relying just on the bug thing, it would have been terrible. But you need
Yeah.
another one.
Oh yeah, and that's why I think I like this movie because it brings in the bug, and you're like, oh, that's cool. But like you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. But it's like that's just to keep the film going, and then you get to actually see the end. Goro's brain dead at this point. He's like in shock. He's totally mute. Doesn't know what's going on. He's been through some
Pecked to
shit.
death. Without the death part, I guess. Pecked to mute.
I mean, I feel like if Rodan pecked him, he would be dead.
Oh, most likely.
Rodan's huge, even as a baby. Oh, delicious tea. That's my cue for some tea. Never gonna be able to not say that now. Thank you for going that in my brain.
QT.
Forever stuck in my brain. Yeah,
Good.
I a lot of people don't like Rodan. I mean, not from this film, because see, like I said, a lot of people don't know he has his own film. But in the Godzilla series, a lot of people don't like Rodan because they find he's just kind of like, the side thing, and he's like whatever. But I think he's fierce, man. I've always loved Rodan. I thought he was badass, and he's kind of like the that kid that goes along with you, and like when you say something like, "Yeah, you coming up on our turf," and then that guy standing behind them's like, "Yeah, you coming up on our turf, fool." And you know what I mean? He just repeats kind of the thing that the main gang leader's saying.
Yeah, that's Rodan.
That's Rodan. he's like the Star Scream of the Godzilla franchise. Straight up. That's just the way it is. Oh, and see, they show a picture of the beast there, and he goes like, "Oh, whoa," and he starts like having a head brain ache. Because it's a headache, but it's intense that like it's destroying his mind. Yeah, migraine. There you go. See, someone is smart enough to know what the fuck they're talking about. Oh, here we go.
I yawned, and the airplane sounded just like my yawn.
There's a lot of really cool plane footage in this film, because obviously, as we get to the end here, it's going to be a lot more aerial, less on the ground. This movie amazes me for being made in 56. Like that, honestly, like makes my mind jump. This is some really cool cockpit, some cockpit footage there as well. It's a great shot. It's just like forward, like kind of where his hands would be facing up at him, and you can see like the target.
Is terrible at making shapes.
Can't make a shape to save his life.
If that was supposed to be a figure 8,
terrible shape.
Terrible.
Oh. Pursue it. So he's seen something, because right now they're tracking the thing that just broke the sound barrier, but they have nobody in the area, so they're going to try to figure out what it is. So they sent this guy up, but it's flying up at incredible speed, so he can't catch it.
Star Trek.
But then he's saying it turned on him, and now it's coming back at him. Then you just see like this quick blurred black shot of like something flying, and then taking the jet out, and then it pans out to here, and they find his gear, and it's just a blood splatter all over the helmet. Gnarly shot. I want that.
So incredible.
Because if that's not in a museum, I want the helmet.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I don't think that's alive anymore though.
No, I feel like it would have been stolen in a museum or destroyed by now.
I just think someone either had it or like got damaged over time,
or they left it in the rain, or like it washed away or something.
Gave it to the kids to play with.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can.
No, that's terrible. It's like saying, "Oh, here, check out this sweet hockey stick from Wayne Gretzky. Go play hockey with it."
Sadly, I feel like people would have done that.
Those aren't people; those are monsters. Yep. So now they've got the official report that the plane's been destroyed, and like, man, like I love how this movie paces and transitions itself. Like, when did it become about a flying creature? I don't know. Did you find out? I don't know. It just kind of happened, but like it worked, and I'm okay with it.
Did it?
So far, it's been this small creature. Now they're like, watch for the skies, and now we're like in this dramatic montage of everyone looking up in the sky as if they're looking for Superman,
Because like a few minutes ago, we were looking at a giant bug thing, and now we're
and they literally just did the shot of, they're like, something broke the sound barrier. Let's see what it is. Someone flies up, finds it, gets killed. We see the bloody corpse. They reconcile it, and then they go talk to the officials. And then they're like, yep, there's a flying creature. And then they've alerted everyone. And just like that, it's a different movie. But the beginning's entertaining enough for it to be good filler. Like, it's unnecessary, but it's perfect. But there is a necessity to those creatures. And I think that's why they use them. And we'll find that out later as we get into the movie. But for the meantime, the pacing is great. Yeah, see, now they're like, there's multiple appearances. Now they think there's more than one.
Is
Ooh.
there more than one?
I mean, that'd be pretty devastating if there was more than one. Now we're just like getting montage shots of all the different places, trying to, and all the different companies trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I love typewriter shots. I know it might be a little cliche and done a lot, but I love the typewriter shot is like they're typing it out and like the camera's just watching it. Like I love it. I think it's a great shot. I mean, it's no different than these days when someone's typing on a computer, you know, it's like showing them like typing and then it shows the computer screen and it shows what they're typing and then it pans back to a shot on their face. It's no different, but I just like the typewriter shot a lot more. I think it's just because it's more, there's more sound and more drive and emotion put into a typewriter than a computer.
I want a typewriter. Those things are expensive.
Yeah,
Though.
I've got one kicking around somewhere.
I want one.
I had one for the longest time.
Pricey.
Yeah, they're nice though, especially if you get like a good one.
2-1 odds. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, those are great odds. Screw you too. Yeah, they're like, go ahead, go do things before there's danger, but go ahead anyway.
So basically now.
Rich luxury. Yeah, literally. I mean, look at that house.
The world is dying, but you know, go have.
If you're living in that house in Japan, you got good money.
Yeah, okay, so stay home. You don't need to leave.
Right? But no, they gotta go out and about. They're going to the volcano to take pictures. What a great place to take pictures. It's a dope camera. At first, I like that shot. You think she's posing and being cute, and then she just starts screaming.
You should run faster.
Leaves the camera. Doesn't even pick up the camera. That's how terrible. Oh, and down they go. The classic cliche fall. Oh, she's wearing heels. That makes sense. It's gravel. Great shot. All you see is them fall, them look up in anguish, and then Rodan fly over them. And then you just see the leftover film camera, and that's it in her heel. It's a cool shot.
So did they get eaten?
There you go.
Yummy.
Carried them away.
I just carried them away.
Yeah.
For later.
Man, so they have nowhere. But they're developing the film. Now, is that the film from the camera that they had with them when they were taking the pictures?
I assume so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it is. Pictures of them standing together. And then her freaking out. Then you get like a wing shot there of the creature. Oh man, I just love this movie. Lots of good shots, like that fade shot. And then you look at Serizawa looking at it here. It's definitely him now. It's for sure, because he's the paleontologist. Oh yeah, he took off his glasses. That's him. Yeah. Oh, here we go. He took off the glasses.
I like how we couldn't tell with glasses, but you can totally tell now.
Yeah, I'm like that with everyone though. Like people look so different with and without glasses. They're like, it's like the Clark Kent theory, right? He puts on your glasses. Who are you? Takes them off. You're Superman. Same shit. Oh, now we go back to Goro and his wife. His poor wife, just trying to get his memory back. He doesn't even know who she is.
Just drawing some shapes.
Yep, just trying to recall his memory. They should try and show him more recent things. Like when they showed him that bug, he had a reaction. It was bad, but
it was bad, but you know, to terrorize him with bugs, throw bugs at him.
Here we go. This is why they have the birds, I think, just so they can have this comparison for this scene here. Because she reaches in and grabs the nest from the bird cage, and she says how they're just about to hatch. And then he looks into the victim here. Goro looks into the nest and sees the 2 eggs start to hatch. And that's got to trigger something. It's a really good shot, actually, of the eggs hatching. I wonder if they're real. Some kind of special effects, probably. And then he like has a flashback here with his mind. So now we get flashback to see what happened to Goro at the mine after he fell when the creature attacked. So he's at the bottom of the mining shaft now.
Besides the shaky camera, great scene.
Yeah. Oh, and he's climbing up. You can just see this really cool shot. It's a wall mural, but it's a picture of this giant egg, and it looks real pretty. It looks all right. It's a good shot. I'm sure on Blu-ray it would not do it justice, but in this copy, it's just fine. Oh, and there's just tons of these little mega nuclei. Oh, and then you just see the egg start to steam, and you're like, oh god, that's not good. Why is it steaming?
Should probably leave.
Yeah, that's what I would say. This is a really cool catching scene.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good shot. So it's a baby
pterodactyl thing.
Yeah. They're
I assume this is a Rodan.
Yes. Same species, yeah.
But his name is Donald.
Oh, see, now that's the purpose of those things. They're bred and brought around the island so that they can feed on them when they're born.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, so they're a pteranodon. A pteranodon kaiju. That's what Rodan is.
Ah.
So it is a form of flying dinosaur. I like this one. He's chunky and cute. Literally, it looks like if you cooked him, he'd look like something really good to eat. No, but you know how like the cartoon rendition is of like a chicken with the 2 white bone legs, and then like it looks just like that with wings though. He looks so chunky like that standing upright. See, and now Goro wakes up and he remembers her name and he remembers everything now. That was the way of bringing him back, was seeing those eggs hatch. It snapped him right back into reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, so yeah, and then they show the picture and they're like, yep, this is him. And they show it to Serizawa here. Not Serizawa, but we're just gonna call him that in every movie. Because I think it's hilarious. Such a main character, and it drives like, I mean, like for that movie that did as well as that one, like I could understand using other actors because like whatever, they're not main roles, like it works. But the main actor, if they're not gonna play the same character, like why would you use him in other things? I love it because he's talented, man. I think that's what it is. Like he is a talented actor. He's probably one of my favorite actors in these movies.
He's the Rock of Japan.
I can tell you who my least favorite actors are. The kids.
Britney Spears. Oh.
No, the kids in these movies. I mean, God, Britney Spears has been in Chucky. If she's been in a Chucky movie, she can be in a Godzilla movie.
I'm still sad that Paris Hilton was in House of Wax.
Really? That's a thing?
Yeah.
Like the original?
Like no, there's a remake.
Oh, the remake. Okay.
And Paris Hilton is in it.
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
I mean, she gets murked, so that's okay.
There you go. So it really matters in the end.
Yeah, I just want to watch everyone die.
There you go. Well, hey, we've watched that quite a bit in this film. Rodan's been pretty dark so far.
That's why this one's been great. This is my kind of movie.
And now they're going down into the caves here. And they've seen like a bunch of bats. This is Batman's bat cave. No.
It's the shark cave.
But they've seen that other creature now, so I assume they're going down looking for like the granddaddy, you know. Yeah, they're looking for a monster now. I like how they have like a narration of kind of what's going on over top. I don't know if that's an English dub exclusive thing they do or the Japanese version as well, but I actually do like it. I think it adds a very like crime night kind of story element to it. You know what I mean?
It also adds a lot more to the story, so you're not left wondering what's happening, or you're just filled in a little more.
Exactly. Just something a little extra to help drive the narrative. And what's good to help drive that narrative? A little narrative. So now they're going up to where the rock slide came from. They're trying to get over top where those guys were buried in last time, if we recall. Oh, but he finds an eggshell piece, which kind of just looks like a piece of styrofoam.
I thought that's what it was.
But he hits it with a hammer and it doesn't make a styrofoam noise.
Eggshell.
It's eggshell.
We'll see.
Oh, and now something's moving underneath the rocks. Now they're like, well, we gotta get the hell out of here. But at least we know now that Goro wasn't lying. Because they've clearly found the eggshell and then something big started emerging from the rocks.
Get wrecked, I guess.
$20 million years old. I love that they put a little bandage on his head with like a little bit of tape to be like, yep, he was in that mine. He had injury. As he's studying the eggshell. Yeah, you study that eggshell, Serizawa. You know, as I'm looking at, you know what I'm thinking? Fingerboarding. Especially as he just waved his hand over top of it like he was riding like a little fingerboard, aka tech deck for the uninitiated.
I mean, I don't know if they let you fingerboard it. They might yell at you, but maybe
a prehistoric Paradon egg, and you're just like, here, let me kickflip this bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Let me just throw a blunt on this real quick.
Yeah.
Pow pow.
Let me just do a quick nose blunt on this bitch, and we'll be good to go.
Take this paper.
I feel like for something as big of what they're saying and as fast as how it's flying, I mean, like, I know it's the 50s, but like, could they have not have figured out where the hell it is by now? Like, come on.
Trying their best, Lucas. Calm down.
I'm just worried about the people, Josh, okay?
Fuck the people. We need to know
the
where
people
the
are in
is.
danger of a flying giant beaked bird. It would look delicious and probably is the mascot for the chubby chicken for A&W.
I hit my elbow.
That's kidding. I'm the mascot for the chubby chicken from A&W. We know this.
Isn't it like Chubby Charlie or something?
I don't know. It's me. That's all I gotta
Chubby
say.
Charlie.
So now they're obviously having an official meeting with all the government officials, and they're like, this is what it is. Its name is Rodan, and it's fast as hell, and it exists, and we have to take it down.
This is what we're dealing with. Go.
What do we got? Ideas, people. I need ideas. Whoever has a stupid idea, you're fired. Oh, by the way, there's no such thing as stupid ideas. Raise his hand.
Giant.
Why don't we just lead it in with a giant bug swatter and then just splat it? You're fired. Get out of the office.
Oh, that was a good idea.
Probably better than most of these idiots that I come up with. Turn this up a bit.
Why doesn't he just use the oxygen?
I'm still crackle free, so I can turn this up. Okay. Between the mine area and the volcano. That's where you'll find Rodan.
They know exactly where.
Well, yeah, because all those meganulon, sorry, not meganuclei. I think I called them.
Oh, the bug things.
Meganulon, yeah, they're all infested in that mountain. So you know it's not going to go far because that's its food source, especially because it's got newborns right now. So at least that's like pretty continuity in solid there, because that's how they're going to find it. I mean, when you're looking for a wild animal, you hunt its food source. That makes sense. Baiting. Oh, human remains. Oh, wow.
Oh,
that's great. You know, you're in the right place and you find. Oh, that's a cool shot. They hear the noise and it's just Rodan's head peeking out of like this cavern, and it's like kind of pointed down, looking up, like, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. I love it. And the light just glares off his beak. It's a damn shame because Rodan looks so good in this movie. And then in the earlier Godzilla films, let's just say his suits are rough for a while. He's a great character, but his suits are rough. He looks really derpy in a lot of them. Like, I know in the next few when he appears, and Destroy All Monsters especially. Have you ever seen the episode of Family Guy where Brian flies and he goes head first into the fire hydrant because he's trying to hunt to the rope and he loses his teeth, then he becomes a douchey real estate agent?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, he looks like he breaks all his teeth and his snout goes over like an elephant trunk, and it's like all like slopped down, pointed down, where it's like a giant schlong, like an anteater.
Oh yes, I do remember that one.
That is what Rodan looks like in some of the later Showa films.
Oof.
Yeah, so appreciate how good he looks here, because later on it gets a little rough. The poor guy. These are some great shots. Like, all the flying footage in this movie is actually really good. I really like it, especially because it was made black and white, so it's cool to see it done up this way. Whew.
Lots of nice miniature work again.
Oh, hell yeah. Like I said, I think this movie is literally when Super I was in his prime. I think it's like the best special effects for this time period. Definitely for the 50s. Like, out of Kong versus Godzilla, this, Gojira, even though Gojira's was pretty good, but it's black and white, so it had a lot of help, you know what I mean? I think this is the best from the 50s.
On those ones.
Yeah. It's really damn good. That's why I figured we watch this in Mothra and get these out of the way too before we get into the Showa films, because one, they start to get a little not as serious, and they use those characters a lot, so that way you'll already know who they are when they appear. It's not like watching an Avengers film halfway through or something and you're not knowing your characters. Oh, there we go. So now see, that's
giant
that's it.
Chicken.
This giant bird comes up and starts flying at them. That's a cool shot. So you can just see the kind of winds that he produces just flying over the ground. He literally could have blown them away. Oh, and now we get a second one. So there's two, a male and a female.
So which one's Rodan?
I believe Rodan would have been the first one.
And what's this one? Dale?
I mean, really, they're just calling the species Rodan. Oh, like, that's a really good shot. He flies and knocks the truck and it flips and right into the side of the rock and it crunches and you can literally see the driver's feet. I think that's a really good shot. Miniature work, but still really good.
A lot of good death scenes in this one.
Honestly, this is probably the best there was flying kaiju back then. The flying in the later films was really pathetic. In this, it's really well done. And I imagine it's because their main creature is a flying creature, so they had to make sure they had that shit down. But it's really, really good for its time. Like, it's pretty impressive. Like, that looks pretty damn real to me. Like, it looks pretty good. They also have a lot of real footage spliced in, which helps. Oh, see, now they're gaining on. The three jets are flying up, catching up to Rodan here. Probably our first Rodan.
For now, until they die.
Well, I mean, there's a second one too, right? Let's not forget. So they're getting into formation. I mean, what are they going to do once they catch up to this thing? They can't even see it. It's going so fast right up into the clouds. You can just barely see it because of how fast it's going.
I wonder what speed it would be at if they had a odometer or whatever on it.
Yeah, I wonder. There's probably something in the wiki here that'll tell you how fast he's going. I know in King of the Monsters they clock him going a certain speed because their fighter jets are going max speed. Then? Let's see. Woo! Just there's mowing down shots of them. Like that's a good shot too. There's a lot of good flying shots in this movie right there. He flies over the one plane and like sparks fly off the ship because he just flying over top of them makes them knock their wind pattern and it screws them up. And then they go into stalls and shit. It's wild.
He knows what he's doing.
I'm still looking for his speed. I can't see too much. Yeah, they're like sound the alarm. I would be like, yeah, I would too. They're definitely a threat at this point. Come on. Get the hell out of there.
Tell the public for once.
Yeah.
You've seen how well that happened last time.
Ooh, so here they come flying back. I mean, it's pretty dumb actually now flying with the jets back because now they're going to follow the jets. Yeah. Now he's flying back over the city. Probably wasn't the smartest thing to do.
Probably want to lure him away to like Nevada or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It would just decimate everything.
Bus is ready like always.
Oh, yeah. They got mass evacuations planned. They're ready. They're on their shit, which is not the case in modern Japan, which they use in debate in a lot of films. Oh, and they're all yeeting out of there now.
I want one of those buses.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool bus.
One of those.
Yeah, they're actually nice, like white with the blue top trim. Oh, they landed a couple shots on them flying there. I don't think it's gonna do much.
One in like 50.
Woo!
Miniature work.
Yeah, it still just says Rodan can create hurricane-like winds that can destroy miles of buildings. Doesn't really say give you an exact speed clock.
I want to know.
Hey, if anybody knows who's watching this, you can email us or add us on Twitter. You can obviously email us at killerkaijupodcast@gmail, or you can tag us at Twitter. Obviously, our handle is at killerkaijupodcast, and let us know because Josh wants to know. Oh, that's a cool shot. He goes over the bridge and the bridge collapses. That's a really good miniature of the bridge. That's really good. Very good shot. And this jet angle shot with it turning is really cool too. I'd imagine for that shot they had 3 miniatures in front of like a green blue screen, and then had
most likely
had footage from a camera on the front of a helicopter of sorts, and then edited them in front of the shot so it made it look like they were flying out of frame. Oh, I like this shot. Everyone's like barreling everything in and pulling down the gates and boarding up their windows. Boom, and just blows everything over. Sad thing there is you can see the cut because of the color, because they were originally had it in black and white, so they weren't worried, right? But it's in color there, so you can see the cut there, which is a little unfortunate, but it's still a good shot. There's the infamous Rodan screeching shot. It's pretty cool. You see, literally, he just waves his arms, just a chicken dance, and just buildings get blown apart. But it's really cool when you think about it into like how they actually managed to make all this destruction happen. This is a really cool shot.
Oh yeah, but it looks ridiculous. That was dope.
Yeah, that was a really cool shot. And all the wind shots of like the miniatures getting blown to pieces, like that's wild. Imagine the wind they'd have to produce to blow the miniatures apart like that. Like that's awesome. Make it of lightweight fabric.
Probably just didn't use a lot of glue when they built them.
Yeah. I mean, they probably got these miniatures built fast because, yeah, like you said, they're destroying them anyways. They probably build them pretty shiny.
They probably just build the outside walls and just do it real quick. Like there's a guy that's just literally sitting there, probably a whole team.
I love this Rodan costume. It's awesome. Everything
That
down from
one's
the
good.
chest and like the wings being like a material so you can see them move and bend as he moves. Like it's really
Anyone down
cool.
for some Rodan wings?
Num.
Barbecue?
Cajun kaiju wings.
I love it. Now we need barbecue sauce or something.
There you go. Oh, it's just such a good shot. And they are unloading at him right now. And like he is not even phased. And he just starts stirring up the wind, blowing everything away. I love all the shots of Rodan taking off and landing. I just like it because there's clearly an actor in that suit, and then they're lifting him in the wires while he's in that giant ass monster suit. And to navigate, that's impressive.
Not as good.
No, that one's not as good. That shot there.
Does he have the atomic blast too?
No, I
Or
think
just
he has
like real strong winds?
Yeah, just strong winds like a screech.
So you're telling me that the entire time he's just blowing?
Yeah,
just blowing everyone.
Yeah, he's just blowing air. He's huffing and puffing and blowing your house down. I know later in the Heisei era, I think it's the Heisei, definitely in the Millennium era, but he becomes Fire Rodan and he gets the ability to shoot fire.
I like that.
Yeah, it makes him a lot better, which makes sense because he literally lives in a volcano.
You'd think he'd already have that.
Yeah, really. Oh, and here comes the other one, the other species of Rodan, the other one here, wiping out shit left and right. Some really cool destruction shots there. That one's good. Besides the people they've edited in front, that's a good one. The truck going through the front of the shop.
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
that one's really good. Some of the darker winds tearing down the street. Those are really good shots. Oh my god.
They got a lot of really good destruction shots in this one.
Yeah, that's where I think, like I was saying when we first started watching it, I was like, the miniature work and the destruction of miniatures is really where this shines. And that Rodan costume is awesome. Why they didn't use that for all the shots is beyond me. Like that one, I don't know why they used that. I think that's a puppet.
They broke it.
At some point, yeah, they broke it. They had to use something else. They had multiple on set because obviously they have that one flying too, right? So they had multiple versions of multiple, and they had to have multiples of the multiples because there's two versions of everything. Because there's two Rodans in this film, so they had to have two of every one design. That's a nightmare. God, it was a nightmare just describing it in my mind. And then they flutter off and leave the whole city in ruins and fire. Yeah, man, they're pretty destructive. Nothing will kill them. They've unloaded all their military weapons on them, and nothing. We're getting in the Hail Mary here. We got about 12 minutes left of the film, so they better think of something fast if you're gonna win this one. That's all I gotta say.
They gotta pull out that oxygen bomb.
Every time. I mean, yes, Yasuruzawa was there.
I'm sorry, but I'm just saying that worked. Valid.
I wouldn't release one of those on land. I think that'd be very dangerous. I think that's what he was afraid of because it would take all the oxygen out of our airspace. And
get him into the volcano or something and throw him in there.
I went in doubt, throw him in a volcano, even though he lives in a volcano.
Sacrifice.
Probably what they're gonna end up doing. Now they gather all the prestigious scientists and politicians and all the above. Guy with the most likes on Facebook. And they're trying to figure out a way to kill Rodan now, and they're all gathering on the round table. Serizawa's got the good ideas always, clearly. Yeah, see, they're gonna put him in the volcano.
See?
They're gonna trap them back in their home in the volcano, and they're gonna seal them up. Yeah, they're literally shooting missiles in a volcano. That's kind of ballsy. No, much too dangerous. I think at this point we're past too dangerous, bro. Have you seen the city?
You like freeze them or something.
Yeah, it's a Godzilla plan right there. Freeze them. Just pour a bunch of ice on them. Crack a couple cold ones with the boys, and then take the cooler ice and then dump it on them. Done. Operation Rodan. Let's go.
Yeah, I'd bail too, everyone. Run away.
Yeah, peace out. I mean, it's gorgeous, though.
Stuff is going to go down. Yeah, I know, which is more sad. Looks beautiful.
Oh, I can't wait to go.
Might not be there for long.
So gorgeous. Man, how many buses do they have? I thought they'd be using the same buses for all these shots, but they have multiple different buses. Multiple buses, yeah. Like, holy crap.
I love buses in these movies.
Like, you thought this is why they didn't have budget for future movies. They blew it all on buses.
We need all the buses.
You know what we haven't seen a lot of in this movie, and it's surprising for a Toho movie not having it? We haven't seen a lot of the Toho tubs. We haven't seen any big water scenes with any like in the water, like a Toho tub. I mean, we saw the bridge break scene, but that was about as close as we got to water for a Toho tub. Miss my Toho
Godzilla
tubs.
And Rodan just wanted a nice hot tub to relax for a little.
Right? Just like break the lava mountain, let it drain into the ocean, and then just chill where it meets for a bit.
They should come together. Spring. Come together right now.
It's interesting too because when in Godzilla Raids Again, Godzilla and Anguirus kick the crap out of each other and end up like killing each other. And then in later movies, Godzilla befriends Anguirus and they become best buds. But Rodan, when they first meet, I believe in our next matchup film, when we get back on track after these one-offs, Rodan is in that one. And he like fights Godzilla a bit, like which butts heads with him, but then they're like best pals. So it's just funny. Anguirus is considered his best friend, but yet he literally had a blood match with him. But Rodan's all like, "Yo, what? Okay, let's be chill."
Sounds like me and Herbert. Blood match.
Herbert is Rodan. You're Anguirus.
Herbert is Herbert.
I'm Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Squad out. And then who's Mothra?
Sarah.
There you go, Sarah. Give me Mothra. And then someone we all hate collectively could be King Ghidorah.
I'm gonna just say John because it sounds funny.
Oh.
But I love John still.
Yes. Oh, here they go. Now they're launching all these missiles, getting them ready. They're gonna go through their plan to bury them.
Toy.
Oh, right. Oh man.
Like they have the coolest toys.
I'm not gonna lie. I had some dope ass toys when I was a kid, and I did a lot of city being destroyed, monster stuff. But I made do with what I had. Obviously, I wasn't have like miniature cities. I built like cardboard boxes and little like Lego fronts and stuff like that, and then used action figures and had big hand puppets and shit. And I love that. I made tons of little.
I could see it 1,000%.
Yeah, I had quite the childhood.
Cardboard
from that
box
side.
castles and everything.
Yeah. 10 more minutes. Didn't see me for 3 hours. Oh, here we go.
So here she goes, boys.
Now they're closing up the exit from this mountain here. Man, they really want to. They're messing up these guys' homes hard. I mean, technically, if they weren't mining down there and causing shit, none of this would have happened. I mean, it probably would have. They probably still would have hatched and then eaten the things and then gone out and about. Out and about. Really sick demolition here of these buildings, though. They're just like laying in hard. So you haven't heard of Rodan up until this movie, then, eh?
Nope.
That's cool.
I did not know what a Rodan was.
Well, now you know who Rodan is.
You kept saying it. I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, you'll get to know the big five. Like, there's the Toho 5, that have been like are in majority of the films going forward. Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla.
Those are like your big five. They're like in everything. They've been in Godzilla the most.
I thought that was like Anthrax, Slayer, you know?
Oh, the big four?
Oh.
Yeah, big four, Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer.
That was a dumb joke on my part.
I liked it. Oh, they're just demoing this volcano. They're not screwing around.
They don't want him to survive.
I like how after shooting it, the other miniature, it caught on fire, and you could see in the background of the other shot it catching on fire. They're just burying these things alive in this volcano. Woo! And now they're launching the other side just to be sure. Just the finishing touches. Oh. Yeah, they're not
They got some
messing around.
pretty good effects on this one.
No, I know that's, and I know it might sound, folks, that we're saying that a lot, but like it honestly is. Like the effects on this one are truly great.
I just expected it to be a lot more cheesier, and you would see lines, you know, and
Yeah, especially because it not being a
basically.
mainline like Godzilla film or something. It's like an off film, you know.
But so far, great graphics, good effects, like lots of corpses. Good movie.
Yeah. This one has a lot, like, because you'll find a lot in the newer ones. The plots get kind of silly and like a little laughable and a little skip overable, and then you're just like waiting for the monster fights. But like movies like these classic ones, they actually have like a decent plot and they have good pacing. Like I think I could have done enough, you know, like I think I could have done without a lot of this destruction scene. Like we're getting a lot of repeat shots, but like it's climactic. Like it's the big ending, so they're trying to show what's happening. Like I get that. Oh, so they burn them all alive, and it erupts. Yeah, but the one escapes. The one Rodan flies out of the cave there before it bursts into flames.
Do they know that at this point? I assume not.
Maybe they're reporting it in.
Maybe.
Maybe. But the one Rodan escaped for sure. Here comes the second. It's trying to escape, but it's caked in lava and fire. And that's fire Rodan. No. I like that they give them wings flapping when they fly, because in a lot of them they don't. Oh, so there's the two. Where's baby though? Oh, that's baby.
I don't know if the baby's gonna make it.
No, baby doesn't look too hot. Unintended lava. Huh? It yeah, no, the baby doesn't make it. That's sad. He's just like struggling, burning in the lava. That's actually rough.
Yeah, because they're dicks.
Wow. That's a rough shot. Oh, that's sad. So the other one flies down and stays with its baby as it's on fire, and it suffers and dies with its baby. That's sad.
Tries to sacrifice with the baby.
Oh, that's so sad. That's rough. And that explains.
Look at all you humans. This is what you did.
Right?
You threw the straws in the water and all the turtles died.
Yeah. The plastic bags. That's rough. That's actually a really rough shot. Like good shot, rough, hard to watch. Like it's sad. Wow.
Wussy.
That's a good ending.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. But there's still one alive.
Yeah, and we're gonna see him in future renditions in the Toho series. See, and that's why they say even more monsters could be stirring in the darkness. This is them starting their own monster verse back then. Like we have Godzilla, we have Kong,
King Kong.
Now you got this. Now you get Rodan, and then we'll get Mothra, and then they lined up with Varan and Atragon, so Mandra and all that, Anguirus. They've got a pretty good monster setup so far. And that's the end, with the volcano erupting and the mom and the baby dying.
And the bomb and the baby dying.
No, mom, sorry, mom and the baby dying. That's rough, man. Holy shit. Well, good movie.
Yeah, I like that one. That was a good one.
It's not bad, eh? I'm excited for the time I get to finish a movie and then I get to talk to you and you're gonna be like, that was bad. I'm actually really excited for that moment.
It'll happen. Trust me. Yeah. There's been some questionable moments, but I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Cause like I gotta remember 1950 something for most of these movies. And like we're in 2021 now. So that was a while ago, my friend.
Yeah.
I can't be as brutal on a lot of these movies as I would be. Like if we watch Brain Dead when that time comes, like Peter Jackson's first film.
Oh buddy, yeah.
I'll rip that thing apart, but I love it nonetheless. Yeah. It's just the cheesiness doesn't hold up. You can see a lot of it's crappy, but I love it.
Exactly. And there's so many show films that are so close to my heart. And like honestly, I try, and it's funny because I love those ones the most. And I usually go and try and watch a Godzilla film with somebody, and those are the ones I pick to watch, and they're instantly turned off because they just don't get it. And I feel like if I had shown them these films first, they would have maybe understood a little more where it came from and why it's funny. It's not like
but not a lot of people are going to sit here with you and watch and spend 30 plus hours.
It actually
Godzilla recording
takes about,
in the future.
We're just to start with the films without the TV shows. We're at like 55 hours.
Yeah. See, that's a lot of time, my friend. Fuck, I don't want to be stuck with you that long.
But you're going to be.
I know. We're here to stay, and trust me, it's not going to just be those movies. So it's going to be a lot more time, my friend.
Exactly. That being said, so after this film, folks, our next episode, we have 2 new episodes coming out for you guys, obviously next week. Obviously we've got we just had last week, we had King Kong versus Godzilla. Now we've got Rodan. Now we're gonna do the one-offs. So we're gonna do Mothra next. We might do Varan. We'll see how tolerable Varan is, especially the copy I have, whether we do it or not. And then we have a couple bonus episodes coming for you guys as well. For all you horror buffs, we're gonna do some fun stuff that way and have something special in store for you then as well.
Heck yeah.
Woo! That being said, guys, Rodan, not bad. I'm excited. We'll definitely include this one in when we're ranking our show of films when we get finished the show of films. I think
like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, at this time,
maybe an 8 out of 10. Maybe an 8 out of 10.
We might have to change that rating once we get to the end of these films. We'll see where it lines up. It's still pretty good. You're right. So at the end of it, we have I think 12 more movies to go for the Showa era. And then we'll rate these ones, and we'll take a break from the Zilla and do some more one-offs of other things. But in the meantime, guys, you can always follow us on Twitter. We also have Facebook as well. You guys can find us there. Always follow us to stay up to date, and on YouTube as well for future episodes. What was the other? There's one more important thing I definitely had to tell you guys. And
follow us on Twitter.
Yes, absolutely. Always. I thought I said that. That's not
with us.
But yeah, definitely do that. Oh, now I remember, guys. If there was any other films that you guys wanted to see from the same Toho era or just old monster movies in general, excluding Ultraman, we're getting to those, and the Gamera movies. But hey, if you want to see a certain Gamera movie, you let us know and we'll throw that in the lineup too. So any horror movies or monster movies you guys want, you can obviously add us at Twitter, like we were saying, Facebook, or you can email us directly at killerkaijupodcast@gmail.com. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. This has been Rodan, and we'll see you next time for Mothra. Take it easy.
Later.